Hi everybody, Jason Zickerman here, and I hope you're all doing great. You know, words matter. They really matter when you're communicating. The late comedian George Carlin, he had this really popular bit called the 7 words you can't say on television. Now similar to that, but certainly tamer, there are a number of words or phrases that should also be avoided within business settings or personal conversations. Though usually unintentional, there are certain words that can create tension or defensiveness by the recipient. And I'd like to share with you a few examples. First, asking someone a question starting with why, well, that causes defensiveness. You see, they feel like their reasoning is being challenged. Instead, ask what or how questions, such as, what caused you to take that course of action? The next word I think one should avoid is the word but. But is a very judgmental word, and it is dismissive of what the person just said. So instead, I recommend borrowing the concept from improv comedy known as yes and. You see, even if the person said something you just don't agree with, you can respond by saying, yes, and do you see any downsides to taking that approach? Another communication no-no is to not start sentences with the word again. You see, this conveys that you have to repeat yourself and that the other person is just not keeping up. And maybe you do have to repeat yourself at times. I recommend just doing it without the word again. Another phrase to avoid is in reality. You see, in reality is another phrase that can be insulting to others. The other person can hear it as, I'm not sure what world you're living in, but I live in the real world, so let me explain what it's like. And one more phrase to avoid, to be honest. Are we saying that usually we're not being honest, but this time we're going to be honest? You see, when we use these words and phrases, we don't mean them in ways that are insulting or dismissive to the receiver. But the only thing that really matters in communication is what the receiver feels or what the receiver hears. So striking these words, well, it's going to lead to a much more productive communication. Give it a shot and let me know what you think.